previous lecture, we have seen the concept of poset. We have tried to draw the hash diagram for a given poset, and we tried to place the elements and we tried to interconnect them. Then from the given hash diagram, we tried to find what are the maximal elements, what is the greatest element, what are the minimal element, and what is the least element. So as a summary of that lecture, the maximal elements can exist, like more than one element can be your maximal element. Greatest element is the unique one, that is the greater than each and every other element in given hash diagram. Minimal element, then again number of like more number of minimal elements can do exist. And for the least element, it is the only single element if it exists. So let us continue with a few more examples. Now consider this given hash diagram. So for this hash diagram, we need to find the maximal element, let's say. So here, if we see the elements in a hash diagram, so only G is the maximal element, as this is the greatest element than every other element. And also G is only the greatest element also. So maximal and greatest element, this both is G only. Then minimal element over here, if you say I can find that C, then D and I. These are the minimal elements because these are the smaller than every other elements that are comparable. Now, for this hash diagram, I can say that there is no least element exists because from this C, D and I cannot determine which one is the smallest one. Hence, least element does not exist for this hash diagram. Okay. Any doubt in this? Do you have any query? If anybody is having query, you can ask immediately so that we can decide to move ahead with another example or not.
Ma'am, can you just explain it again?
For this hash diagram, I can just compare the elements among each other, right? And I can find out here the element G is the greatest element than every other element. Like G is greater than A, G is greater than F, G is greater than H because it is at higher levels, right? Also G is greater than B, E, I, C and D. So I need to find which element is at a highest position than every other element, and I have to check if in case the elements are let us say in parallel with each other. Then if they are in parallel, that means they are not comparable. Uh, when I can say the elements are in parallel, that means if they are not connected, like over here A comma F, they are not connected, right? Hence they are not comparable. So I need to find out such elements, those are comparable with each other. And after comparison, I can find out which one is the highest element or which one is the higher element as compared to other one. So for this hash diagram, I find that G is the maximal element itself. Also, G is the greatest element also. Okay, got with this one?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Then I can find out minimal element is the element which is the smaller element than every other element. So here now I have C at lowest position, then D also at lowest position because after like before C there is no any other element. Like below C I can't find any other element. Below D I can't find any other element. Then below I can't find any other element, right? E cannot be over here for E. There is a lower element than E do exist, that is D. Okay. Hence, I cannot consider E as the least element or D or E as the minimal element. So I need to identify what are what are the elements for which elements there is no any lower element to exist in a given hash diagram. So C, D, and I. These are the minimal elements. Okay, got this? Got this one? how I am going to decide with minimal elements. Multiple minimal elements do exist. Then for least element, now least elements are those elements which are the smallest than every other element. So now over here, uh, see, C, D, and I, there is no any lower element to exist for this. But which one is smaller than, or can you identify which one is the smallest than C, D, and I among these itself? I cannot do this because C, D, and I, these are not comparable. But if they were comparable, then in that case, I could have identified any that particular element as the least element. But as these elements are not comparable, I cannot identify least element for this hash diagram. Okay. Hence, there is no least element exists for this hash diagram. Fine. Got this one clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Let us say one more example. Now consider the elements that are given as 2, 4, 5, 10, 12, 20, and 25. And the relation that is given is divides. So I need to first form what are the elements that belongs to the foreset. So I will draw the hash diagram for the divide relation, okay, for these elements. So I will try to start drawing it. So take 2 as a first element, try to place it. Then take 4. So 2 divides 4, hence 4 comes at some upper level than 2. So let us say I have placed 4 over here. Then go for 5. Check whether 2 divides 5 or 4 divides 5. So 2 doesn't divide 5 and 4 also doesn't divide 5. Hence place 5 in parallel position with 2 in a same line, let us say. Okay. Then consider the element 10. Then 10, like 2 divides 10. Hence, I can place a 10 at a little bit higher position than 2. Okay. Check whether 4 divides 10. No, it doesn't. Hence, 4 and 10, they are not connected. That I can clearly say. Then for 5, 5 divides 10, right? Hence, now place 10 at such a place that I can connect 2 with 10 and I can connect 5 with 10 also. Okay. So I have placed 10 over here, let us say. Then go for 12. So 2 divides 12, right? So I can identify some place for 12 that it can be in certain line where 2 gets connected with it. Then check for whether 4 divides 12. So yes, it divides. So 4 and 12 they can be connected, and 2 and 4 also they can be connected. Hence now I can decide that 2, 4, 12 they can be in a straight line. Okay, got this one? Fine. Someone please acknowledge me. I hope you are getting how I'm going to place the elements and how I'm drawing the lines in between.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then consider now, check for 5 and 12. Whether 5 divides 12? No, it doesn't. Hence, 5 and 12 के बीच में कुछ भी line नहीं है. So they are not connected. So they are incomparable. Then check with 10 and 12. Whether 10 divides 12? No, they are not. Hence, 10 and 12, they are incomparable. Hence, they are not connected. Then check for the next element, 20. Check whether 2 divides 20. Yes. Check whether 4 divides 20. Yes. So now they can be in a straight line. But now I need to simply just identify with other elements also. 5 also divides 20. So now I will simply put 20 over here, let us say. So 5 and 10, they are connected. 10 and 20, they are also connected. So they can be in a straight line, or I even can do like 2, 4 and 12 and 20 also can be in a straight line. That's okay. But now I need to just simply draw a cross from 10 to 20 or for 4 to 20. So now that is with me. So let us say I have decided to keep 20 over here and make a cross connection with 4. Okay, fine. So 2, 4 and 20, they are connected like this. So it's up to me that how I'm going to draw the hash diagram for the particular element. Okay. Then go for 25. So check whether 25 is divisible by 2. It is not. Then check with 4 whether it is divisible. No, it is not. Check with 5. Yes, it is divisible by 5. So now 25 will be at somewhat higher position than 5. And now 5 and 25, they are connected. Check with 10 with 25, it is not divisible. Check with 12, it is also not divisible. Check with 20, so 20 also doesn't divide 25. So only 5 and 25, they are connected. So this completes my hash diagram. So once again, you can give a cross check wherever you have made the connection, or you can just check with the pairs of the elements like 12, 20, whether they can be connected with a straight line. No, they can't be. So it cross check फिर से देना है after putting the element. Whether you can add a particular line between the elements or whether you have to remove a particular line from the element. Okay. Then also wherever you are checking the elements, like let us say 2, 10 and 20. So they are like moving in upward direction. 2 is there, then 20, then 10 is little bit higher and 20 is somewhat little bit higher. So you have to check with that. So checking should be like this. If this is the case, that 2 is first place, then 10, then 20. Then your cross check should be 2 should divide 10 and 10 should divide 20. Likewise. So this is now I am going to decide the higher position of the elements. Okay, got this one? So I have simply told you how you are going to decide how to put the elements and how to draw the interconnection between them. Got this one up to this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, once hash diagram is drawn, now my task is I need to identify what are the maximal elements and minimal elements that was given in the question, right? So now maximal elements are the elements which are greater than every other elements for the given coset. So now over here I can identify this 12, 20 and 25. They are like at highest position than every other elements that are comparable. Okay. Comparable word is important. Even if 25 आपको लग रहा है कि ये सिर्फ एक ही लेवल पे है, like 5 के सिर्फ एक लेवल ऊपर है and 20 के एक लेवल नीचे है, ऐसे लग रहा है, but this is not the case. This 12 should be comparable with 4, 2. This 20 should be comparable with this 4, 10 and 2. So it is higher. Then this 25, it should be comparable with 5. So it is higher. So I can decide this 12, 20 and 25. These are the maximal elements.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, Yashraj is waiting outside. Can you let him in?
Yes. Let me finish the point first.
Sorry.
Okay. Got this one? Maximal elements. Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
Good. Allow that student. Yashraj is not there, but Arya was there. Okay, let's continue. Next is, now I need to find the minimal element. Now minimal element is the element which is smaller than every other element that is comparable. So now I can identify that 2 and 5, these are at the lowest positions and there is no any other element that do exist than below level of 2 and 5. Okay, so this 2 and 5, these are my minimal elements. Because 2 is smaller than 4, 2 is smaller than 12, 2 is smaller than 20, 2 is smaller than 10, then 5 is smaller than 10, 5 is smaller than 25, 5 is smaller than 20, right? Likewise. ठीक है. I'm going to check smaller in the sense whether they are whether a particular element is at a lower position than every other element. Okay. So this is how I'm going to find the maximal element and minimal element. Now, can you identify which one is the greatest element for this poset? Can you identify which could be the greatest element for this poset? So greatest element is a single element that is a unique one. If it exists in a hash diagram, then it should be the element that should be greatest among all every other element that is comparable. Can you identify which one is the greatest one? Yes, students, pick up.
Ma'am, maybe there is no greatest element.
Right, there is no greatest element for this poset because 12, 20, 25, these are maximal elements and I cannot identify which one is the greatest among these as they are not connected with each other. Okay, hence greatest element does not exist for this poset. Can you identify the least element?
Ma'am, that also does not exist.
Right. Least element also does not exist because 2 and 5, these are the minimal elements, but these are not comparable and I cannot identify which one is the smallest among these. Numerical value of 2 is the smaller one as compared to 5, but these are not connected. I need to check with the connectivity. If they are connected, then I can do comparison. If 2 and 5 they were connected, then in that case I could have said that 2 is the least one. But 2 and 5 they are not connected, hence they are not comparable. Hence I cannot identify which one is the smaller element in 2 and 5. So this is how I am trying to identify maximal element, minimal element, least element and greatest element. Let us consider few more examples. Consider now for these diagrams, let us say the diagram A. So can you identify which one is the maximal element?
BCD.
BCD.
Right, right. And which one is the minimal element?
A.
A.
Right. What is the greatest element?
Does not exist.
Right. What is the least element?
A.
A.
Right. For a B diagram, what is the greatest one?
Does not exist.
What is the least one?
Does not
Does
exist.
not exist.
Right. Minimal element.
AB.
A and B.
Right. And maximal.
D
D.
and E.
Right. For diagram C, greatest is,
D.
D.
least is,
Not
No,
exist.
does not exist.
minimal element.
A and B.
AB.
Right. Maximal.
D.
Right. For last diagram D, maximal element,
D.
D.
minimal element,
A.
A.
least element,
A.
A.
then greatest element.
D.
D.
Right. Okay. We'll just this diagram also. I need to just check out whether everybody is going to answer this. For this hash diagram, what is the maximal element?
8
Not
and 12.
exist. Oh yes, 8 and 12.
Right. Minimal element,
1.
maximum हो गया. Greatest,
Does
Not
not exist.
exist.
right. Least.
1.
1.
Now consider a problem statement. Consider the subset relation on the set which contains the element A, B, C. So I need to draw a hash diagram for that. So as I'm going to consider with the elements as subset relation. So what are the possible subsets for this set of elements with ABC? Empty set is one subset possible. Then set of individual elements like A individual, then B as individual set, C as individual set. So these are my possible subsets. Then elements with the sets with two elements as a subset. So AB can be a subset, BC can be a subset, and AC can be a subset. Then another possibility, set with all the three elements is also a subset. So ABC, this is one more possibility. So now how to draw the hash diagram for that? So initially I will consider to place empty set, that is null set at some place. Okay, so it will be at a lower position. Then now I need to place subsets with single elements. So A, B, and C. So how I am going to draw the connection between this empty set and A? So based on subset criteria. So empty set is a subset of a set with A as element, right? So here the subset criteria is satisfied. So this empty set and the set with A as element, so they are connected. Okay. Then similarly, empty set with C as element, they are also connected. Here I need to draw one more line, that empty set and B, they are also connected. I'll just draw the line over here. Okay. So empty set and B, they are also connected. Then now go for the next higher level. Higher level means now over here the elements with two elements as a subset. So A comma B or A comma C or B comma C. So this entity, like subset with A as element and a subset with A comma B as element, they are connected, like, right? Because a single element A is a subset of A comma B. Similarly, B is a subset of B comma C, right? Then C is a subset of A comma C and B comma C. So they are connected. Similarly, empty set is a subset of A comma B, empty set is a subset of A comma C, empty set is a subset of B comma C. So they are also connected. Now again, increase the level, like now consider the subset with three elements, A, B, C. So empty set is a subset of this ABC, so they are connected. Empty set is a subset of all the levels. Fine. So that is connected. Now the subset with A is a subset of ABC, so they are connected. Then a subset A comma B is a subset of A comma B comma C, so they are connected. So similarly, A comma C is connected with ABC, B comma C is connected with ABC, single B is connected with ABC, single C is connected with ABC, right? So this completes my diagram. So this is the graph completion for the given relation. Now from this graph, I need to create a hash diagram. Okay. So follow the steps of removing the self loops and follow the steps of removing the transitive paths, right? So after removing such paths, I will get the hash diagram like this. Okay. So now from this hash diagram, can you identify which one is the least element?
5.
Right. Which one is the greatest element?
A
ABC.
comma B comma C.
Which one is the maximal element?
AB, BC, and ABC.
AB,
Ma'am, only ABC.
AB, BC, and how AB, BC, and ABC, they are three. Only ABC is the maximal one. Yes.
Ma'am, A comma B
Can we
comma C is maximal.
A comma B comma C is maximum. And what about AB and BC?
No, ma'am, they will not be there as they are connected to A comma B comma C.
Right. Here A comma B is connected with A. And ABC. Hence, ABC is the maximal in that case. Okay? So, ABC itself is a maximal element. ABC itself is a greatest element. Okay? So, that is the difference in between how we are going to find out the maximal element. So, for this diagram that we have considered, here 8, 12, these two were incomparable. Hence, they will both fall into maximal elements category. Okay? But over here, A comma B and ABC. They are connected, hence they are comparable. Hence only one element among these will be the maximal element, and that is A comma B comma C. I hope the points are clear with you for maximal, minimal, greatest and least elements. So let us move towards one more concept that is based on these concepts only. For a given hash diagram, there exists upper bound and lower bound also. So we need to find an element that is greater than or equal to all of the elements in a subset of a given poset. Now, we have tried to identify these particular elements for the entire elements. Okay, for entire elements of a hash diagram. Now, so in some cases, I need to find out for a subset of elements among this poset itself. Let us say consider the diagram D. Over here, the entire elements I'm dealing with is A, B, C, and D. But now, in situation that I need to consider only a subset, let us say the elements with A, B, and C. And for this subset of elements, I need to find out some upper bounds for that subset and lower bounds for that subset. So let us see how we can find out those elements. Consider one example. Here, let us first see what is the definition. So upper bound for the given subset of elements, we find it as, let us consider a particular U as an element for the given subset. So that particular element will be the upper bound only if the other elements that belongs to the entire poset elements, that is a subset of the given poset. I think I should just give you an example first, but then we will move towards the definition. Fine. Consider this diagram, and suppose now I am dealing with the subset A comma B comma C. So for this hash diagram, I am dealing with a subset A comma B comma C. For this subset, I need to find the lower bounds and upper bounds. So how to find that? That I am going to tell you. So the upper bounds for that particular subset of elements will be all the elements wherever the every element is connected, and that is at some higher level than these elements. So A, B, and C, I am considering this subset. So I need to find the elements which are at quite higher level than ABC, and for that particular element, B also should be connected, A also should be connected, and C also should be connected. Then only I can decide whether that particular element is comparable with ABC subset. Got this statement? That what I'm trying to tell you? ना समझ में आया मैंने क्या बोला है? अभी तक सॉल्यूशन फाइंड आउट नहीं किया है हमने. I need to find upper bound for ABC subset for the given poset. Poset means these all elements A to H. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This is my poset. Then subset is among this poset, I am considering, let us say A comma B comma C only. So for this subset of poset, I need to find what is the upper bound. So upper bound for this poset will be wherever these elements are connected, and they should be at some higher levels than all elements. Okay, so such elements that are C. E is at higher level than A, then B, and C, and they are interconnected. So E should be connected with B, E should be connected with C, and E should be connected with A in upward direction. Even if there is no direct edge between A and E, but E is connected with E, hence I can say that A and E, they are interconnected in upward direction. Okay. So E is one such element that is common for this subset. Fine. Got this one? Student,
Yes, ma'am.
say something. Yes. So एक element हो गया that will fall in one of the upper bound. Now check with all remaining elements. So check with D also whether it is possible that D can be included in upper bounds of ABC. So D is connected with A, D is connected with B, but D is not connected with C. Hence, D cannot be considered as upper bound for ABC. Got this one? स्टूडेंट समझ में आया या फिर कुछ डाउट है? If you have any doubt, please ask me itself. Ask me here itself. कुछ भी डाउट हो, छोटा हो बड़ा हो कुछ भी हो, just feel free to ask me. Don't hesitate during asking.
Ma'am, please explain it again.
Okay. See, excluding the subset A, B, C, for this subset, I need to find the upper bound. So I need to check with all the remaining elements for the given coset. So I need to check with D, I need to check with E, I need to check with G, I need to check with H, I need to check with F, I need to check with J, whether these elements can be considered as upper bounds for a coset, for subset of a coset ABC. Okay, for this coset, I need to check whether these now to check whether D can be upper bound of ABC, I need to check whether D is at higher levels than ABC, that is first criteria, and D should be connected with all these elements. D should be connected with B, D should be connected with A, D also should be connected with C. Then only I can say that D is a part of upper bound for subset ABC. Okay, got this one. So now over here, D is connected with B, D is also connected with A, but D is not connected with C. Right? Hence, D and C, as they are not connected, D cannot be upper bound of ABC. Clear with this? Someone please acknowledge me.
Yes, ma'am.
So D decision हो गया. Now check with E. So now over here for E is connected with C, E is connected with A, E is connected with B also. Hence, E is a part of upper bound of ABC. Done? Someone students, please acknowledge me. See, I am simply checking whether E is a upper bound of ABC. So for upper bound, my criteria is it should be greater or it should be at some higher level than ABC. Okay. So P and E, they are connected. So I can identify. Then A and E, they are connected, and C and E, they are also connected. Okay, so I can check that E is the upper bound of ABC. Then check with F also. So check with F. So whether F is connected with A, whether F is connected with C, whether F is connected with B. So it is connected, na? It is connected in upward direction. See, A, C, E, F. So it is connected in upward direction. I can reach to F from A in upward direction. Hence, I am calling it as they are connected. Even if the direct edge is not there, even if the direct connection is not there, A and F, they are reachable towards each other in upward direction. From A to F, I can reach to F, right? Similarly, B and F, they are also connected because I can start with B, then I can go to E, and then I can go to F. Or also I can start with B, I can go to D, and I can reach to F. So they are connected in upward direction. Then for C, C to E and E to F, right? So they are connected. Hence I can consider now, so as F is commonly connected with ABC in upward direction, so I can consider now F as the upper bound of ABC. Similarly, check with G now. So for G, it is connected with B also, it is connected with A also, but it is not connected with C. So G cannot be part of upper bound of ABC. Okay. So till now we have found that E and F, they are upper bounds. Remaining elements J and H. So check with that also. So J is connected with ABC, J is connected with A, J is connected with B, J is connected with C in upward direction. So J is a part of upper bound. Similarly, check for H. So H is connected with P in upward direction. H is also connected with A. H is also connected with C, right? So as they are connected, I can identify whether H is greater than ABC or not, and I can just find out whether it can be a part of upper bound. So H can be a part of upper bound. So for ABC subset of a coset, I found that E, F, J, and H, they are upper bounds. Okay. Got this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, yes. So this is where we are going to decide what are the elements for a given subset of a coset that can be considered as an upper bound. Now, next concept is lower bound. So lower bounds of a subset are now such elements, those are smaller than or equal to for the given coset. So now over here, I can consider, let us say ABC subset itself. So for ABC subset, I need to find out what are the elements wherever A, B, and C, they are connected, and which one is the smaller. Which one is the smaller for all these elements. So A is connected to itself, A is connected to B, A is connected to C, right? So which one is smaller than AB and AC? Which one is smaller in AB and AC? That is commonly A, right? So I can consider A is the lower bound. Got this one? Yes. So upper bounds
Yes, ma'am.
and lower bounds, if they do exist for a given subset of a coset, so they can be the elements from the subset itself, or they can be the elements other than the subset elements also. Okay. For example, for this subset of ABC, for upper bounds, I got the elements E, F, J, and H, which were not part of this subset. But while finding the lower bound, we found A itself, which is a part of a subset only, as the lower bound. ठीक है. So these are some concepts for lower bounds and upper bounds whenever subset is given to you. So according to the subset only, you need to identify which element could be the upper bound and which element can be the lower bound. So if the straightforward wordings are given that find out the lower bound and upper bound for a subset, the subset has to be provided in the question because these elements differ for the various subsets. So we have seen for ABC as a subset and we have tried for lower bound and upper bound calculation. Similarly now, if J comma H is a subset given to you, then accordingly you need to find lower bound and upper bound for that. So for J comma H, so for here J comma H now, I can identify upper bounds as for J and H. There is no actually upper bound, right? J and H. इनके लिए upper bound doesn't exist. Well, इनके ऊपर कुछ भी नहीं है ना, right? There is no element in higher level than H and J. So upper bound for this subset doesn't exist. Then if we consider the lower bounds of J and H. So lower bounds of J and H are now all the elements that are smaller than J and H and those are connected. So here I can identify F is the possible element is the lower bound of J and H. Then I can identify D is also there. Then I can identify E is also there. Then B is also there. C is also there and A is also there. Okay. Doubt in this for J and H subset?
Yes, ma'am.
Then now consider a subset A, C, D, F. So A, C, D and F. For this subset, if I need to find upper bound, so I will consider what are the elements that are greater than or equal to these elements. So over here, I can identify F is one of the upper bound, then H is one of the upper bound, and J is also one of the upper bound. Got this one? Someone please acknowledge me. For a subset A, C, D, F, I need to consider upper bound. So upper bound is whatever are the elements that are greater than or equal to these elements. So here I can consider F, I can consider J, and I can consider H. Similarly, for that subset A, D, C, F, now lower bound will be A only. Is that clear to you? Today's concepts?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what is about upper bound calculations. So I will just continue for 5 more minutes because in continuation I will be completing this concept. Then once you have found upper bound and lower bound for the given subset, you can find out least upper bound and greatest upper bound. So whatever upper bound elements you have found, so the smallest element among that upper bound elements is the least one. That is the least upper bound. And the greatest lower bound will be whatever lower bounds you have calculated among those elements, which element is the highest one? That will be the greatest one. Okay. So let us say now we have upper bounds of ACD as F, H and J. So upper bounds में से I need to find out least upper bound. Okay. So from these upper bounds, whichever element from F, H and J, whichever element is the smallest one, that will be least upper bound. So I have F, I have J, and I have H. So from this, which one is the smallest one?
F.
F. So that is the least upper bound for a subset A, C, D, F. Then consider I need to find greatest lower bound. So greatest lower bound is once I have found out lower bounds, I need to find whichever is the highest limit. So consider now subset JH for which we have calculated lower bounds as A, B, C, D, E, and F. So which one is the highest among this? Is A, B, C, D, E, and F. Which one is
F.
the highest element among this?
F.
F. So that will be my greatest lower bound for a subset J, comma H. Okay. So that's all for today. Remaining things we will continue in the next lecture.